Okay, let's get going on this next assignment. For the first couple problems, we have the measure of angle A is 48, and you want to state the measure of angle B. Angle B is the complement of angle A. Complements mean that they add to equal 90, so therefore, if two angles add to equal 90 and you know one of them, you subtract that angle from 90, and in this case you get 42 degrees for the measure of its complement. Supplementary angles add to equal 180, so if the first angle is equal to 48, we subtract 48 from 180 and we get 132 for the measure of the supplement of angle A. Next question, or next diagram. We have the measure of angle AXB is equal to 33, so that's this angle over here. We'll zoom in. And angle CXD is equal to 29. That's this angle. Now you should be able to work your way around the diagram and fill in all the angles, non-overlapping angles. Because these three angles add to equal 180, if the first two angles add to equal, as you can see, 62 degrees, the missing angle in here, angle BXC, has to be equal to 180 minus 62, which is equal to 118. Then we can continue. If this angle, angle BXC, is 118, angle FXE is 118 because vertical angles are congruent. Likewise, if the angle on the right, angle CXD, is 29, angle AXF is also equal to 29 because that's a pair of congruent vertical angles. And the missing angle, angle DXE, this angle is equal to angle BX A because they are vertical angles. So that's 33. So as a result of filling in the diagram, we have a lot of the questions already answered. Angle BXC, as stated in the diagram, is 118. Angle DXE, as stated in the diagram, is 33. Angle BXF, this angle over on the left, by using the angle addition postulate, if part of it's 33 and the other part is 29, they add to equal 62. And angle DXF is 33 plus 118, or it's 180 minus the 29 degree angle over here. So in either case, you get an answer of 151. Next question, or set of questions. We now have only one angle being given, but that's enough because in the diagram we have the symbol for perpendicular lines. So if angle AXB is equal to 54, let's zoom in on the diagram. This angle is a right angle as indicated by the symbol for perpendicular lines, so that's 90 degrees. If that's 90 degrees, this is another 90 degrees over here, or you can say all three of these angles across the top half of the diagram add to equal 180. In any case, we can find the missing angle over here a couple of different ways. The easiest way, I think, is to say 90 minus 54, because these two angles, angle AXB and angle BXC, are complementary. You subtract and you get 36 degrees for this angle. Then filling in the diagram for finding vertical angles, if we have 90 degrees for angle AXF, angle CXD is also 90 degrees. If angle BXC is equal to 36, angle EXF is also equal to 36 because vertical angles are congruent. And if angle AXB is 54, angle DXE has to be 54, once again because vertical angles are congruent, which we prove in a later chapter. And so for problem number 7, angle AXF 90 degrees as stated in the diagram. Angle EXD, 54. And angle BXD, 36 plus 90, 126. Next problem. A simple word problem, but that doesn't mean it's easy. The supplement of angle A is 4 times the complement of angle A. So there are 3 unknowns technically. Angle A, the measure of angle A, we'll call it x. Well, if you know the measure of an angle, you subtract it from 90 and you have the measure of its complement. So if x is representing the measure of angle A, the measure of the complement to angle A has to be that number, whatever it is, subtracted from 90. So when you add the 2 angles together, they total 90. And likewise, the supplement to angle A, if angle A is x, whatever x is, if you subtract that from 180, you'll have the measure of its supplement. So now let's read the sentence again. The supplement of angle A. The supplement of angle A. So we write down as we read the problem. The supplement of angle A is equals 4 times the complement of angle A. 4 times 90 minus x. And solve that equation for x. In order to solve for x on that equation, I'm going to use the distributive property, and I have 180 minus x equals 4 times 90, 360, plus 4 times negative x minus 4x. So I can get the terms for x on one side of the equation. So I'll add 4x to each side of the equation, and I have 180 plus 3x equals 360. The 4x terms cancel. Then I can subtract 180 from each side of the equation, and I have 3 times x equals 180, 360 minus 180, and dividing each side by 3, we have x equals 60. So let's go back and see if it checks. Angle A is equal to 60. The complement of angle A is 60 subtracted from 90. 90 minus 60, that would be 30 degrees. The supplement to angle A is 180 minus 60. 180 minus 60 is 120. Now we'll see if the answer checks. The supplement, does that equal 4 times the complement? So we're asking a question technically. And 120 does equal 120, so that means 60 degrees is the correct answer. One more diagram, and we have the measure of angle AXE is 152. So we'll add that in. These 2 angles at the bottom half of the diagram will add to equal 180. So if we take 180 minus 152, we get 28 degrees for angle AXB. Now that we know that angle, we can say that angle, angle AXB and angle DXE, are vertical angles. They are formed by 2 straight lines being intersected, and those 2 angles are not adjacent, so therefore they must be vertical angles. So that angle is 28. Now looking back at the given information that says we have a bisector. Bisect means it's equal on each side of ray XD. So therefore if it's 28 on one side, it's 28 on the other. And now looking at the top half of the diagram, this if these two angles total 56 and all three angles have to total 180, we can subtract 180 minus 56 equals 124. And that's the measure of angle BXC. Now we can answer all the questions. Angle DXE, this angle right here, 28. Angle AXC, this angle, which is equal to 28 plus 124. So 124 plus 28 equals 152. Okay, so 152 is the answer to that. Hope all of this helps. Good luck.